And Dorothy had asked if I would marry her and her girlfriend. So I said, okay, well, let's just do it at Chevy's, you know. And, she, you know, I don't know, those of you know Dorothy, he said, girl, yeah, let's do it at Chevy's. And I can't do a southern accent. And so we get to Chevy's, and, you know, at some point, you know, we clinked the margarita glasses, at least, it was huge margarita glass. It was, what I remember of it was pretty great. And the theme of the wedding was really, since we are in San Francisco, you know, turn of the century bordello. So if you go on my Facebook page and look at my wedding pictures, I'm wearing a red corset. And Diane's wearing a matching vest. It was really quite sexy. And so we clinked the glasses and said, you know, you're going to get 2 weddings for the price of 1. And you know, Dorothy and her girlfriend Alex came up, but then I realized I had left the paper that had all the words in the car, and it was raining, and I did not know. And you have to say the words correctly. I mean, it just felt like you should. So our friend who married us, she'd been so nervous, she memorized the whole thing. So she stood behind me over here. Dorothy and Alex were here, and Andrea kept whispering the words, and then I would say the words, and that was how we did the wedding. But the thing that was so sweet, again, was the waiters and waitresses who were like replenishing the food, because we had, you know, ordered all food. They suddenly realized there was a wedding happening, and they stopped, and they stood like this, watching. And it just made me cry. Because it emphasizes this is a community event that everyone recognizes. Those guys, those women, I don't know, they knew what it was. It didn't matter to them who was having it. They knew what it was, and they respected it. And that's, I think, why it's important to fight for it and then change it. And to understand it's not the only thing we're fighting for, because it is all connected. You know, so when I was at a panel a couple of weeks ago, and somebody says, well, you know, I don't really care about gay marriage, it doesn't affect me. Well, yes, actually it does. Because the same people who say you can't get married are the same people who say that lesbians can't adopt children, and are the same people who don't want to give money to schools for school books and education, and would prefer the money to go to war. So we really have to understand, and as feminists, I know we do, all of these things are interconnected. And you get to choose maybe what you are working on at the moment, but underneath those oppressions are all interconnected, and that's a long answer to your question.